All right, so to continue, after you have completed your argument for zoos, now they should be all over the whiteboard. Any arguments you can think of for zoos, and then you should discuss them. All right. So now I want you to see all of these animals. These are exotic animals that you might find in the zoo. All right, and they're all registered in the UK as exotic pets. So what you're going to do is the same kind of thing that you did in the other one. All right, you're going to show your introduction would tell your opinion about zoos. So zoos are important places for people to learn about animals. That's my thesis sentence, or my main point of my whole piece. All right, then you're going to add your 3 points. All right, and you'll have to elaborate eventually, but start with just writing your 3 points. All right. Maybe some of the points could be, it encourages people to appreciate animals. It's also a good way to learn about animals. It's a better way to entertain families than always looking at the TV or screens. All right. So these could be your 3 points, but they could be 3 totally different points. You get to choose your points. All right, and then you write your conclusion, and it kind of repeats sort of what you've said before, but in a slightly different way. All right, so you would repeat that and add some elaboration. All right, so this is what you need to continue and finish, is beginning your skeleton. You can use the forms that Miss Asma has for you, or you can just create this in your blue book. All right. So, basically, your activity today is to write and continue your activity of writing your speech. This is a persuasive speech. You may choose to write for or against zoos in this case. Before, you were practicing and you had to choose the for, but if you are against zoos, you can write about that this time. All right, this is for your own personal speech. Once again, remember, you can work with a partner, but you're each going to write your own individual activity. Working with your partner is simply to help you to think about your ideas. So you need to do that after you've written this, your skeleton, all right? Then talk to your neighbor once they're finished, okay, because they need to be finished too, and say, does this all make sense to you? Does it follow from zoos are important places for people to learn about animals? Does point 1, point 2, and point 3 all relate to that introduction? And then check your conclusion. So just make sure you could maybe say your sentences out loud to your partner after you've done most of your writing. All right? And then you are also going to review your own plan. All right, so you talk through with your neighbor after you finish writing your plan, review it, think about, you've got your 3 points to argue with your point of view, and then think about your elaborations. What examples are you going to use, all right? Think through those. And that's what you're going to do as far as writing for the next day or so, all right? Today you're getting started. Tomorrow you will continue, all right? One more day that you'll have to write, and hopefully after that I will be back. So that's your activity for today and tomorrow. If this is still Tuesday, I'm not sure how far you will have gotten with the lesson yesterday. Okay, so I want you to look at these animals again right before I finish this video. Think about ways in which you would talk about either for or against zoos. Is it good for a tiger to be in captivity? Maybe it's good for the ostrich. They need a place to be. You have to decide, all right? These are just a few of the animals that are exotic pets that you might find in zoos, okay? I personally don't want to have a snake in my house, but I have a friend growing up who did, so you never know. Some people like to have these kinds of animals as pets. All right, so if you have any questions, Miss Marty should be able to answer them for you as far as what we're doing. All right, so don't forget, I'll review one more time. You're going to write an introductory sentence telling me whether or not you believe that zoos are good places for animals or people. And then you're going to write 3 different points and then your conclusion. When you've completed that, hopefully you'll be able. You also need to check with Miss Marty and make sure, or Miss Asma, and make sure that what you're doing makes sense. But you also work with a partner when they're finished, so that you can just make sure that your ideas are clear. Once your skeleton is made, you've talked with a partner, you've checked with Miss Asma or Miss Marty, and they have given you the okay to go ahead, begin to write your elaborations. Point 1, if you've written, it encourages people to appreciate animals. Give an example how that's true. People can learn about what tigers need to eat. People can learn that how tigers, what their habitat needs to be. So there's all kinds of things. Give those examples and the explanation that go with each of your points. All right, and then once you've got those ideas down, then you're actually going to write the speech. All right, so this is just your skeleton, or in other words, your outline. When you're writing, remember when we did a couple days ago, we were writing here. This is the way that you would give the speech, all right? So you've got all of these different paragraphs. You're going to go from creating your outline or your skeleton to actually writing a speech that would look more like this, all right? And so remember that you have your introductory sentence, you've got your topic sentences, and then you've got your explanations and your examples that you add to each paragraph. Okay, so you should have at least 5 paragraphs to do in your speech. Once you've completed writing, then you can begin working on whether you're going to, how you're going to say it. And don't forget, you need to use expression when you're saying it. So you've got several, several ways that you're going to need to do these. And so the first thing is write your skeleton. Okay, the second thing is check with partner to make sure Three, you're going to check with your teacher. 4th, you're going to add explanations and examples. Then you're going to actually write the speech. Then you're going to, what's the next step? The next step is creating any props that you want to use. You could make an animal head. You might make a cage. You might choose to make a whip that, if you're a lion trainer, you can make things that can make your speech more interesting. Once you've done that, if you've finished writing your speech, you're confident that it's good, you have the teacher's approval, all right, then you create your prop, and then after that, we're going to make these smaller so you can see all of them. Alright, and then you're creating your prop, and after that, once you're done with that, you can go on and finish up. You could read after you've completed all those activities. Alright, so once again, you're going to create a speech for or against zoos using your skeleton. You're going to use persuasive language, which we talked about in some of these slides, alright? We talked about emotive language, or language that uses strong adjectives, using your rhetorical questions, all right, and then rehearsing by saying things aloud, then reading it to make sure it makes sense. All right, so that's the end of our lesson today. Hope you have a great great day. Finish up your writing and have good fun. All right.